What's going on, everybody? ID84 Wicked Brickster here for the Henryville weekly update. We got a lot of changes we did since last week. In fact, last week actually we were talking about a change that I made prior to making the video, and as soon as the video was over I completely changed it again because I didn't like the way it flew. And the thing that replaced what I put there, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it there or not. It's good for now, but if I do get another expert modular, it may take its place. I do have, well, actually, I'll just shut it. Let's go talk about it. So, welcome to Henryville, weekly update. All right, so as you see, the water's pretty much the same. The only thing that might change over here in the upcoming weeks is that the marina might get pulled forward a little bit. So the entrance of the marina is in the middle because I'm putting a four-way street there so that I can have an actual road into the marina to make it like nice instead of just kind of going over the dirt right there. And also we added the mock hospital. So now this is the emergency center hospital pieces from 1989. First time I built it in years. But it never closed. It was a dollhouse type. It didn't have a closed back. So I used the pieces that would make the second level and incorporate them into a garage that would accommodate the rescue ambulance. And I actually used parts of the other ambulance because the ambulance it came with is kind of small. That one's a lot better. And I figured that's going to be the main one. And so the operating room and everything's the same. This is the reception. I extended that a little bit. We'll come around the back real quick. I'll show you. I used the glass, if you can see right there, from the ambulance right there for a window. I'm working on getting the roof so it pops off. So I need some of those flat tile thin pieces. I'm thinking probably red. I'm going to put those up there so you can pop the roof off and get in there. As this is going to stay here, I don't know. If it does, it's going to have a U-shaped or a 90-degree angle shaped road that's going to go in so that ambulance can come in and out in all directions. We'll see. I'm not sure. I ordered the toy store. Not toy store. The pet shop, which is the 3-in-1 Creator modular, which is very similar to this one right here. It's just another level and it's another bit wider. And I'm thinking I might actually put that where the hospital is right now. Leaving me, where do I put the hospital? It's a good question. So that might be the first building for the expansion that I do pretty soon, probably within another month or so, where we expand Henryville this way. And we actually start developing that area over there, which I think is going to be more of a residential area. So this hospital actually fit nice with its low profile and whatnot. We will see. But for now, it's going to be sitting there. And when we get the pet shop, and when I build that, that either might go there or it might go where the fire station is, which then will let you believe what we're going to do with the fire station. So we'll figure it out when it goes. So these houses are pretty much the same right here. We didn't do much to here. All we did was for Alex and Brian got a baby carriage because they're expecting a baby real soon in real life. So there's their carriage. And Adam got a bike. So Adam has a bike now. Everything else pretty much the same. Alex is still out on the jet ski. Ryan and Eric are still barbecuing by the water. David Ortiz is there. I guess he got a little tipsy and he fell off the seat. He's just kind of hanging out right there. This is the big change over here. So originally we had assembly square over here facing this direction, but I didn't like the way it felt because we picked up the corner garage, which is going to go there. Not built yet, but we're going to put the corner garage there. It's going to clip into this. And then right here, well, I think it's going to be the pet shop and toy store modular. I really think now as I'm talking about this, I think the hospital is going to be put somewhere else for the time being. So we'll figure that out. It could go. We could take some of the airfare over there since we only have the helicopter and the I don't have a lot of airplanes. We did order the airmail, but it's a seaplane, so it's going to go over here. So we may take some of the real estate from the airport right there. We'll see. We could also steal a little from the amusement park if we need to as well, since we haven't really developed Star Wars Land quite yet. But I just really haven't had the time, and I really need some of the pieces, and I really need some of the themings. But we'll get over there. So we have assembly about 1/3 built. We got the toy store with the apartment upstairs. That's going to be Joey. My buddy Joey is running the toy store. I got to find a minifig for him, and that's going to be as an apartment upstairs. And since it's like a dollhouse, if you haven't seen the set yet, you can see in the back. I'm going to somehow incorporate that with the new pet shop and make that one giant apartment upstairs and kind of close it a little bit and have you gain access to the back over there. So I kind of think this is kind of a creepy little alleyway right here next to the hospital, which I kind of don't like. I think it's going to look nicer when it's attached to the new set. I'm going to modify it a little bit. Everything else over here changed. I mean, pretty much the same since last week. The diner, we haven't done much progress on that. We still have 2 more floors of the diner to build. We've just been a little bit busy the last few weeks. But we'll get that built, and it's going to look cool. So we're going to have that done. That's all going to flow in over here. The amusement park, we finally got the bricks to finish the wall. If you notice, the wall is complete. So the airport's completely boxed in except for over there at the beginning, where we're going to mock that airport and make it bigger and make it more realistic, like a real airport post 9/11. So there's going to be security, there's going to be seats, there's going to be a real modified airport. So that's going to be changing. So that's where the wall is going to end anyways, and that's where the entrance of the airport is going to be. So that's fine. We did continue the wall to separate the amusement park and the airport over there. We extended the wall around here, coming around here, and all the way to the end so far. So this wall most likely will continue this way once we expand this way. And that will really close in the amusement park. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a facade back here, a brick facade. So we're going to simulate that this amusement park is on the edge of a cliff, like in a valley. So I'm going to use some Lego stonework and work it up there, which will actually work out nice, because if I decide to get a train, we could actually make the train go in the mountains and kind of flow around, and then it can kind of come down behind the theme park into the mountains and then turn into a subway, which I wanted to do. And that subway will come around, come back up here. That would be the subway station. And then we can kind of pop it up over here like so, and can run alongside of the road. But I've seen a really cool mock where we actually drop it down a little bit. So we actually have a wall here that looks down into the train, so that it's not like on the same level. And we do that all the way around, come back up here. It can go up into a tunnel, come out of the rockway, and come around over here. That's the idea. We showed this last week. We had the cool little pirate treehouse to add to the kids area, to the pirate land. We set up some more Star Wars figures. I can't remember exactly which ones we had set up, but we were kind of working on a Mos Eisley over here, which is kind of cool. And then we kind of got an indoor and a Hoth going on over there. So that's kind of the idea we're going to be working on. And we might have like a Imperial area over here where we have, like, you know, with the TIE Fighter and a lot of like Darth Vader and his men and all like stormtroopers kind of hang out over there. And then in time we will theme it. It'll be as Star Wars Land will be as themed. I think right now the West is the best, Pirates is a close second, and Medieval is really getting up to par, which is really cool. So we're almost there. And we actually added, so we got the Been There Donut piece, which is the Target exclusive that we just put together in a live build. And it actually, I noticed as I was building it, had the same type of bricks as the log of Fort Legonado and some of the Western teams. So this is going to be great. So I put that food place right there in the Western world, because we had no food over there. We have no shops over there. That's the first one over there. So we just added that over there. So that's cool. So now people can get coffee and a donut as they look out the Wild West and stuff like that. So that's cool. And here is a look of Henryville going down this way. Like I said, we have not much change in the skyline a little bit. Once we get the second floors in these mocks, you will definitely see a change. It kind of kills me because the 90s and 80s sets I have are so low detail, and when they sit next to a mock, it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of like night and day, you know? So I'm going to try to do my best to freshen up some of these older sets to make them work a little bit better. I do like the 3-in-1 creator sets for the houses. They do a good job on that. So right now, I pretty much have bought everything I need, unless I can get the bookstore creator set, which is on back stock right now, which is not even available. That is the next buy I'm going to get, and I'm not quite sure when that's going to happen. So like I'm saying, the bookstore, the one that came out in 2020, that expert set, it will be the next one I buy. I haven't seen it anywhere yet I know you can still buy it eventually on the regular market, so I don't want to spend the money on the secondary market quite yet. I was going to be done with that, but I really wanted the pet shop, which I thought was really cool, because we do have a vet's office going into one of these buildings. One of the expert ones. I can't remember what thing. It's the corner garage has the vet's office in it. So that would be cool if the pet store, and it's a really cool 3-in-1. And other than that, the only thing I'm really interested in getting is some more of the old 3-in-1 creator houses. So if you know anyone who's selling these things, or can give me any ideas of where I can get them. Right now I have the yellow one over there. I have the beach house right here. Then I have this modified beach house right there, and then that modified beach house right there. So that's actually 2 sets put into 2 because it was the dollhouse type, and this was the dollhouse type too, but you know, I modified it so the roof can come off and stuff. So those are the only things I'm looking for right now, until pretty much next year when the new creator set comes out. Hopefully it comes out and they didn't discontinue it. That'd be really cool. Some of the like down here in the diver set, I know they released some new diver stuff, but I'm really not interested because I really don't have the space, and it looks very, very, very similar to that stuff. And I think this stuff's actually a lot better. I think the new stuff doesn't really quite have the detail that this stuff has. So not going to be jumping on that real quick. If I see a Star Wars scene, not a vehicle, but a scene, I might actually pick that up to add to the amusement park. And that's really about it. And if I see a really cool airport, I might actually incorporate that into this airport, but I really haven't seen anything that caught my eye yet. So that's the deal for the updates. I still have several Lego sets that I need to still build, Star Wars related, that I want to put up there. I'm just kind of balancing time right now, trying to get stuff going little by little. So, but we're going to get it there. It's the best part about the city is I order stuff and we'll eventually get there. We do, if you can see out there into the neighborhood, we did build a wall for the river. So the Tennessee River that comes into Tommy Bay over here. This is basically, you know, we built a wall so it kind of separates the river from the street, which is actually kind of cool. So the water kind of runs by. Kind of like in LA when you kind of look down. Really cool if it was lower, but, you know, it's okay. We'll work on that when it comes. So, yeah, we're getting there. So the city's great. Leave your comments. Give me suggestions. Give me any ideas you think. Places, things I should move a little bit. Maybe I'll consider those because I really want to know what you guys think about the city and how it's being built and what you have for some input. You know what I mean? I think that train idea in the mountains is going to be a great idea, and I think the way the subway is going to go on this side of the city is going to be a great idea, and I think the lower level looking down is going to be a great idea too once I get it built. So that is the goal. That is the idea. Thank you. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.